So, it's been a year. 2024 is coming to an end, and just like everyone else, I'm glad. I've been seeing quite a few YouTubers talk about this year, and a lot of them have been saying the same thing. This wasn't a good year. For a long time, it hasn't felt like a good year, which is crazy that that's the one thing that a lot of us can agree on. But how can we change the fact that the one thing we agree on is negative? I've been having that thought for a while now, and it feels like just now I'm changing things. I don't know when exactly that started. All I know is that it started, and I'm happy about it. I'm spending less time on my phone and more time doing what I want to do. Because let's start in January of this year. I thought this was going to be it, and I was going to start posting more, and I didn't. I neglected the fact that I was graduating from university and that I would inevitably have to fight them. This was unforeseen, but it was hard. The university I went to wasn't great and didn't even have the major fleshed out, so I felt like I was drowning from January through March. It sucked. Even after I graduated with a bachelor's in something that really can't help me, I was still fighting them for the money that they took. Which, quick TLDR, they charged all the students too much and had to give refunds, but they dragged their feet immensely. It wasn't until around the end of April that I finally got the money back, and since then, I've been trying to juggle work, this hobby, and then trying to find a profession I can do. Luckily, I found a profession that I actually want to go in, so I'm feeling a little bit better about that. But there's still a big part that I'm leaving out, and that's how I've been treating this year. You know that feeling where you stare at the wall and forget all the things around you? In short, as all the cool kids would say, being an NPC. That's what I did for the majority of this year. I've been staggering around like I'm Adam Sandler in The Click, where he's pretty much fast-forwarding through life acting like a zombie. And it feels like only now, like I remembered that I'm alive. And nothing spectacular happened to make me feel this way, it just happened and I remembered. And I'm sitting here and questioning, was it God who stepped in? I don't know. All I know is that as of recording, it's December 23rd, 2024, and I'm alive. Maybe only some people can understand this feeling. But if that's you, I want to try and end things on a light note, so I'm going to try and give you some advice. None of this is from like I'm a doctor standpoint. This is just from somebody who's been trying to change and make things better because it's been hard. But if you're going to put anything on your New Year's resolution list thing, make it be these things, at the very least. And so let's start at number 1. Stop, take a deep breath, and look up. What do you see? Do this for a while. You might see something really cool. I started doing this every time I pumped gas, and guess what? I saw a beautiful morning sky. Not spectacular, but it's better than staring at the ground, or at the pump, or at the numbers going up. It's better than that. Number 2, spend some time outside. This one is gonna suck for some, but it'll help. Might remind you that people exist and that they have lives and feelings. But this is also essential because getting in fresh air is great for your mind. This one is still a little hard for me, but taking that time changes a lot of things, and you end up feeling better. Number 3, don't be on technology as much. Basic thing that everyone says, but it's true. Your life isn't on your phone or computer. I know those things are fun, but they're really addictive. I don't care what your Gen Alpha content creator says, get your ass off the phone. For a little advice, within this advice, I've downloaded an app called Opal, not sponsored in the slightest, because you have to pay for certain things on that, and I hate that. But with the bare basics, it blocks apps that you tell it to block for a certain amount of time. I have TikTok and Instagram blocked from 9 to 5, because I was on those way too often. Now I've filled up that time with working out and actually committing time to hobbies that I want to do. And with that, this finally leads us to number 4, which is getting into a regiment. I know, not as fun, but it really does help because I personally can't survive without knowing what to do next. So I take some time in the morning and now I plan out my days. Remember those planners your teachers used to tell you to have? Yeah, I used to think that was stupid, but I guess they were right on this one. Those actually do help whether it's on your calendar, on your phone, or it's an actual physical planner, or it's just a piece of paper you happen to have lying next to you. Write it down. Because don't get me wrong, I hate planning too. But trust me, just do it and see how well everything goes. But all of this will suck. It's gonna be hard, but it needs to be done. You want to improve and start doing the things you want to do? It doesn't just happen overnight, as overused as that is, but it's true. I recently been watching a lot of The Weekly Slap with Jay Schlatt, and I now continually think about this one metaphor, and it's the ice cube metaphor. Your goal is to melt the ice cube, so what do? You turn up the heat, and that thing starts to melt. And it's gonna take some time, but it will melt. You might also find new ways to get the thing to melt faster. But the main thing is that you're putting in the work, and that's what matters the most. Hard work and determination. Throughout my days, I keep thinking, what else could I be doing? And I need to keep going. I say these things to myself almost every day, and I feel a lot better. Now don't get me wrong, there's always going to be days that suck and where you feel like garbage, but as long as you keep thinking about that ice cube and getting that son of a bitch to melt, you'll be fine. So, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.